So, some of you will say, Techne, you're incredibly late to this review. And I'm going to come back with you as, no, I'm not too late for this review, because this is a late review, a long-term review. When this headphone came out, everybody was raving about it. It's the best headphone ever. The best headphone Meze ever released. I didn't want to get trapped into the hype and go along with it because, spoiler, yes, I was having a great time with it, but I said, no, let me settle down, let me get my bearings, and actually utilize this headset in many different situations, or headphones in many different situations, and really get a true user's experience with it. And that's why I'm 6 to 7 months late on this product. So the Meze Empyrean 2s, as you see, they come in this really nice solid case here, nice locking mechanism up there, and a carrying handle. Pop them open and you're presented with these beauties. Now, my time testing, I used them with the basic 3.5 and the balanced cable using my ever so favorite iFi Zen stack. I used the amp and DAC right there, and looking into the case, what you're going to get are some replaceable ear pads. These are fully velour perforated inside, as you can see. And look at the bottom grates. They're actually metal. You got some rubber dampening there, so you're not getting any vibration throughout your ear pads. But these are a whole lot more breathable. And again, the sound goes in and comes out quite a bit more, and they are angled. These are not my preferred pads for this headphone. I like to stick with the pads that are actually right here, the hybrid pads where you got some pleather and then that velour up top. And later on in the video, I'll talk about why. But for now, let's go on and focus on the Meze Empyrean 2s. And is there any other better place to start than the aesthetics, the cosmetics, just the styling of this headphone? Oh my gosh, they are absolutely beautiful. As you see those ear cups right there with that nice elevated design. You got these tension rods, which I'll touch more about in the comfort. But again, I just want to focus on the aesthetics. Real carbon fiber up here. They are just absolutely beautiful pieces of art. But of course, none of that matters if they're not stinking cozy. So let's take the Meze Empyrean 2s and slap them on a scale here. We are getting, if you guys can see that, 458 grams. So no, they're not incredibly lightweight. But stick with me, quite interesting results with that weight. I want to show you the ear pads first off here. These again are the hybrid ear pads. So you can see the dimensions as far as length, and then width right there, and then depth. I mean, these are very nice and deep, just big ear pads. Your ears fit right inside of them. And the density, man, it is just perfect. Again, you got a little bit of give up there with that velour, and then it tightens up a little bit down there with the leather. But again, it's just plush, and you get that breathability with them, but you still get that sound locked in there. This is just, again, a genius design. That goes right up here to the headband. You got that carbon fiber, so yes, it's easily flexible, but you don't got to get worried about it because you got so many adjustable points with this headphone. Again, you got that full swivel all the way around. You got that headband just floats on you, then that lightweight carbon fiber. And back to these arms, as far as your adjustment, they're nice. You got this tension. And again, I've been using these for 7+ months here, and it's still holding that tension just like the first day out of the box. I mean, they don't accidentally budge on you, don't accidentally slide. They hold their position nicely. But I want to focus on that weight that we just looked at there. Yeah, they're heavy. They come in pretty high, right? But when you take them and put them on your head, even me with a bald head, I mean, they conform. They just sit there. I don't have any pressure points anywhere, not on the lower part of my ears, not up on my jawline, not on the top, not on the headband, nothing. It just sits there perfectly. This might be the most stinking cozy headphone I've ever put on my head. You know what? Scratch that. This is the most stinking cozy headphone I have ever put on my head. So just like I stated in the beginning of the video when we talked about the aesthetics and styling of this headphone, right in line with the comfort, maybe that's not one of your main concerns when you're spending this much money on a pair of headphones. The number one might be sound, which is totally understandable. Now, the drivers on this headphone are the Renaro Isodynamic Hybrid Array drivers. I'm not going to act like I know what that is by any means. I did some research, but I want to throw up some specs here so you can look at them over and kind of get a better idea of them. But I want to talk more about my experience with them. So again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what isodynamic hybrid array drivers are. This is my first time using them, and I want to really, again, reiterate that I want to talk about my personal experience and users' experience with them, not just numbers, graphs, and again, what websites are stating about it. So y'all know when I test headphones, whether it be high-end headphones or gaming headsets, right? I'm always focused on gaming, but as many of you know, music is number one to me. Hands down, music is my passion. I listen to tons of it. A lot of alternative, Cage the Elephant, White Stripes, Jack White, listen to hip-hop, a lot of NF lately. Gosh, I'm just hooked on his stuff. But anyways, let's focus on gaming at first. And again, we're using the 3.5 and the balance cable. And the sound you got from these is, you got punch. It was interesting because when I'm playing Destiny, a lot of the final shape now, with this headphone, I got in a hectic situation. It wasn't muddy or rumbly, but when I wanted a little bit of oomph, I got it, right? When I had a grenade go off or a rocket launcher, I got a little bit of rumble, right? But it wasn't this constant rumble that you get with like something, say like Beats or something like that, right? Or some gaming headsets. It wasn't like that. It hit, it did what it did, maybe a little rumble if it got juicy, and then it stopped. But when that hit, I still got my highs. And those highs were not screechy by any means. They were just perfect right there. And when I say perfect, again, sound is subjective. You're going to want constant bass or constant highs or this, that, or the other. You all know me. I love that smiley curve, that V where my bass is up here, comes down. My mids are kind of there, just kind of, sprinkling on the bass and then the highs right there. And then my highs are still performing. I'm not really into screechy highs anymore as I used to be when I played a lot of FPS games, but I just don't play many FPS games now. Mainly into story games, and I dabble with FPS. Like I play X-Defiant a bit. I really enjoy that. But again, back to like a story game, Diablo or Destiny, it was so cool that you got that full immersion back there, but never once was it muddy, overdone, or too little. It felt like that perfect amount right there, And then again, the mids never interrupted any of that bass. It never once got muddy or excessive, and I was like, let me get out of this situation because I just can't deal with the sound, or let me turn it down, or let me tweak it somehow. Never caught myself doing that. And when we went into the highs with Destiny, right, I love highs in Destiny because I want to hear, number one, the dialogue, but the environment, right? And then I want to hear the different sounds of the weapons. When you're pulling back a bow and letting it go, or a trace rifle, a pulse rifle, or the different kinds of weapons. Some will be a little more bassy, a little bit more highs in there. And I love experiencing that, right? That's what I really like. Like visuals, we all focus on in gaming, but sound pulls me into the game. Hopefully many of you can relate with that. And this did it. Like in Destiny, it was just so exciting. It was almost like I was playing Destiny over again. Even though I'm playing the expansion, but it felt remastered. It felt fresh, And that's no matter what game I played with this. Diablo or something. I just wanted to keep playing. Even though I'm kind of burnt out on Diablo, it's just like, I want to keep playing because it's that good. X-Defiant, I got footsteps. I got the sounds of the abilities and the dialogue and stuff. It really did everything I wanted throughout the sound of any kind of game. Now, real quick, while we're talking about gaming, the 3.5 and a balanced cable, as far as going balanced with these, I didn't notice much of a difference. Like the Meze Array, am I saying that right? The Meze Alba IEMs I just recently covered. When I went balanced cable on that, I noticed more difference than with this. And I think why that is because, again, these sound so darn good already, no matter what you're using, that no, I didn't notice a massive difference. Maybe a little pinch of extra juice in there with the balanced cable. But if you're going with this, I'd honestly say you don't need the balance cable. Just get your basic 3.5 and you are good to go because, again, it works across everything. And again, I just want to reiterate, nothing is too much. Not too much highs, not too much bass, not too much mids. If you want highs and you want that bass, that's what you're going to get. And the mids will never interfere with you. It's never going to be overly excessively warm or screechy. You just get everything. And that goes right in line with music. Whenever I'm listening to, like, I love the White Stripes. It's one of my favorites, right? But I am not a fan of guitar solos. They screech in my ears and I just can't stand them, and I usually skip ahead. You know what I mean? So, and we all know Jack White. He has a pretty high-pitched voice, which makes it unique, which I really enjoy it, you know? And these, again, I've seen the White Stripes live quite a few times and Jack White live quite a few times. And I got that experience like I was there. Like it wasn't in my face, screechy, like if I was listening to the album or something. I almost felt like I was at a show and the sounds are just perfectly balanced and just coming at me. And again, it just left right there. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't do audiophile terms, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. But I wanted you to be able to, again, connect with me of what I'm talking here. Even with a band like the White Stripes or Jack White with a lot of guitar, high-pitched guitar and vocals, it never got unbearable or screechy, but it was still there. You still heard it how it should be. It didn't soften up his voice or the guitar or anything. You still got those high pitches, but it wasn't piercing and screechy high pitches. You know, it was such an interesting sound. It was really, really exciting. And then again, going to NF, listening to that, I got that bass. I got that punchy bass, which I usually never get in headphones where I can, okay, man, it sounds this good of this genre and this artist I'm listening to. And also the full opposite end of the spectrum. It sounds good and immersive. I'm getting what I want there. I never get that with headphones. So I want to pull out an example that hopefully some of you can relate with, right? So we got the Meze 99 Classics here, and then the Meze 99 Neos. Now, these are their budget ends, and if you all watched any of my headphone or heck, even gaming headset videos, I pull these out a lot for references, right? And you're talking, again, the opposite end of the spectrum. These are 300, these are 200, and these are 3,000. Okay, we're not at the price point of this video yet talking about value, but why I want to pull these out is I talk about these a lot in my videos. Over here with the 99 Classics, you get a little bit more bass, you get that immersion. If you like a story game or something, I think you're really going to enjoy these. For 200 bucks, like these are phenomenal. And coming over here to the 99 Classics, these you're going to get a little bit more highs, right? They're not screechy, but you do get a little bit more highs, but you're not going to get that immersion like you get over here with the 99 Neos. And I think they both really suit great. And I catch myself changing. I want a little bit more bass for this. Let me pull the Neos out. I want a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more highs. Let me pull my Classics out. And the cool thing about this here, I'm not going to say it as the Empyrean 2s sit in the middle of these, because that would be degrading the Empyrean 2s, not just from a price point, but again, the sound. What I want to put it at is picture the 99 Neos and everything that you want out of the, 99 Classics. Picture the 99 Classics and what you want out of them. Me, I would say a little bit more bass. Maybe you just round it out a little bit more. Okay, well, for 99 Neos, what would I want out of those? I want the mids reduced just a pinch, and I want a little bit more highs, and I want that bass to be a little bit more balanced, a little bit more true whenever I need it, not constant, right? So hopefully you're with me right now. I love these, but they're not perfect. There's things I want, like I just mentioned, and that's what I get here with the Empyrean 2s. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you used both of these and you've been in the back of your mind like, boy, I wish this did that, and I wish this did that, well, this does that. I mean, it's truly a headphone that if I was to pick a sound that I would create and that I would want to put my name on, right? I've showed my EQs in a lot of videos and stuff. And this is the sound I'm always striving for, right? This is the sound I, the Techne, would put my name all over and say, this is what I've been trying to show you in my videos, whether I'm talking about a Razer headset, an Astro headset, a SteelSeries headset. This is the sound I'm always trying to create in an EQ. This is what it's delivering here. And it's not even just that, the sound. It's the comfort. It's the aesthetics. And then right into the sound. It is doing everything that I have preached from day one of doing this YouTube channel that I strive for in audio. Yes, I 110% go right along with the hype, as this is the best headphone I have ever used.